watching Weasel News.
I feel very calm. The judge is in there right now, coming to the right decision.
See, I don't know, man. I feel like I don't know if you saw it, but Adam Payne and this judge shot each other a look. There was an unspoken message between them. I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Payne has judges in his pocket too. We might be one of the only few that really are standing against Adam Payne here.
We are the voiceless, you know, the unheard.
I mean, we had video evidence of Adam Payne passing me money, and the judge was like, "Nope, nothing wrong there." I mean, look, you can edit in that footage right now. Look at that.
Take it back, son.
And then it shows.
Get away
and then
from
you see that? You see that? Offering me money right there, trying to give me back that bribe money, that dirty money. Gosh, oh gosh, it's appalling.
Yeah, it was very, clear and evident, but there is a courtroom filled with judges and,
I hate that.
Transcripts happening. So I suppose one of the staff.
Wait, was they recording what we were saying?
Yeah, they are recording everything for the courtroom.
Oh, that's good. Good that the 2-for-1 offer got out there. Mm-hmm. All right, well, my name's Reginald Sinclair. I'm the owner of Fully Essay Dojo, and you should join. Can you really afford not to join? That's the real question. It costs $1,000 to join, but can you afford not to?
Mm-hmm. Cost you
That's
a
the
lot more
question.
to not join. Cost you... What the heck was that?
Is there a fight going on out there?
There's a fight going on.
Oh, what is the judge doing?
And hey, and you know what's happening up in there? That person can't defend themselves. But you know how they could? If they knew karate.
That's right. That's
Get
our
yourself
pitch.
down to Fully Essay Dojo with Sensei Sinclair, an ace student, Kyone Cohen.
Well, we're actually a mobile dojo, you know. We kind of come to you.
Yeah, well, after they took our dojo, we had to move it out into the thing. If you want my number, call me at 839-0226-236. That's 839-0226-236.
You could say that again.
For a better life. I won't say it again. I said it twice.
Yeah, and how long is this 2-for-1 promo happening for?
Well, it was actually just for this case, I'm afraid.
This exact case? Are you sure?
Just this one case. Well, right. We do other offers.
We do other offers.
Okay. What's next week's promo? Now that the court case is ending
next
soon.
Week promo. Well, you see, I also sell mystery boxes, so that if you were to sign up and say next week, maybe you get 20% off a mystery box.
Yeah, and if you get the mystery box, you can get a 5% discount on. Well, maybe you can get a 5% discount inside of the karate lessons. So it just pays for itself.
Can you really afford not to? That's the question.
Can you afford not to? Exactly.
You may be seated. So before we proceed with my ruling, I want to state for the general court record, which will also be posted to the docket, it was reported that Mr. Cohen handed Mr. Payne money, which Mr. Cohen returned. Shortly thereafter, Mr. Cohen requested a sidebar requesting the case be mistrialed that Mr. Payne had attempted to give him money. After short testimony by Clayton Green and a side conversation with court clerk Willow Holloway, it was deemed that Mr. Cohen lied to the court about the incidents that unfolded, therefore earning himself a charge of perjury. He also attempted to get the case mistrial, therefore earning him an obstruction of justice charge. And finally, due to interfering with a court proceeding, he earned himself a civil contempt charge. Magistrate Tobias Tart took a plea of not guilty on perjury and obstruction of justice and was released on bail in the amount of, I believe, $5,000, but is still ordered to pay the fine of $5,000 for civil contempt of court, which is non-appealable and non-pleadable. Moving on to my ruling in the matter of 2023 CV 083, Adam Payne versus Kyone Cohen and Reginald Sinclair. The plaintiff alleges defamation in regards to Kyone Cohen and Reginald Sinclair, stating that Mr. Payne is corrupt and bribed them both. Following 2022 CV 007 Lexi Fields versus Bevins Garvey, in order to prove defamation, the court must review 4 different aspects to enforce the validity of the claim. Number 1, a false statement purporting to be fact. Number 2, publication or communication of the statement to a third party. Number 3, fault amounting to at least negligence. And number 4, damages or some harm caused to the person or entity who is subject of the statement. Throughout the testimony here today on several different occasions, by Mr. Cohen's own admission, he was the one who did indeed attempt to bribe Mr. Payne. Had Mr. Payne accepted the money, proceeded forward with quote-unquote his end of the bargain by letting the two individuals go, we'd be looking at a completely different case. But again, through testimony today by Mr. Cohen and several other witnesses, they were in fact sentenced to hijacking. Therefore, the first aspect of false statement has been met. Mr. Cohen, by his own admission, spoke with many people, including 2 private investigators, Mr. Reginald Sinclair, Joey Solis. He also stated that he may have tweeted it out, as well as Weasel News. He stated that he spoke with Weasel News, Annie Steele Wren, in an attempt to inform the public and take down a corrupt officer, intentionally trying to make these statements publicly, enforcing that the second requirement of making the statement to a third party or publication has been met. Faulting amounting to at least negligence has also been met, as the diligence had not been thoroughly met. Mr. Payne suffered questions throughout many members of his department and the general public. He also suffered through an internal affairs investigation and many other questions, checking off the last 2 criteria. It is in this court's humble opinion that not only did Mr. Payne not commit any form of bribery, corruption, or any crime here, but instead both Mr. Cohen and Mr. Sinclair committed several crimes throughout their testimonies. Fortunately for them, all of the crimes committed today are long past the statute of limitations, and therefore the court will not be imposing any criminal charges other than the ones outlined at the beginning of this statement. This court, after applying the 4-part test as outlined in 2022 CV 007, hereby finds in favor of the plaintiff. This court hereby grants the respondent 2 options, which is number 1, they can post in a public apology on whatever it's called today, Twitter, Y, and pay a fine in the amount of $2,000, or they may skip the apology and pay a fine in the amount of $15,000. Additionally, as previously stated on the court record, Mr. Cohen is being charged with civil contempt of court in the amount of $5,000, perjury in the amount of 30 months, and obstruction of justice in the amount of 30 months. I will allow both respondents to make their decision and pay the plaintiff no later than 30 days from the date and time of this ruling. Court is adjourned. Thank you for your time, everybody.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're cut off in frame. I'm sorry.
Who, Castro? We don't really need Castro.
Castro's
just fine. Leave him like cut off in the frame. That's fine.
Yeah, he has half his head. All right. So O'Hagan, I'd like you to just kind of lead us in. How did the court case go as how you expected it was going to happen?
Yeah. So I think what we watched today and what we all witnessed was that making false allegations about an officer or any of one for that matter is, can be detrimental to the individual. And I think through the administration of justice today, it was proven that these statements were made, that these statements were in fact false, and that these statements did in fact cause harm to Mr. Payne. And my heart goes out to Mr. Payne and his family dealing with this difficult time.
Leading into that, Adam, how have you and your wife, you've suffered a lot, like a lot of these allegations happened today. Do you feel like, justice was served today?
I do. I think it's been a long few months of having to deal with daily comments, daily jokes at my expense, and also a dark mark on my past that won't go for the foreseen future. I'm proud to have had my 2 excellent counsel with me, and I think they've done a great job clearing my name. And I only hope that Mr. Cohen and Mr. Sinclair really think back on what they've done and try to tear down an honest man.
Hello?
And keep us down.
That?
Right now, there are mutterings and rumors of a digital copy of your book floating around. Do you think it'll have as much weight as the dossier that has been kind of making its way through the state?
This digital cover that's been floating around is completely false. I did not write any sort of book. I barely read books, I'll be honest with you. Books
we
for squares.
We should have you write one now, though. It might do really.
I may be crafting some sort of autobiography about my 7 NBA rings. Going for the 8th, it's going to be called. Preseason starting in a month. Copies will start at $750.
Okay, perfect. Reginald and Cohen, they are 2 individuals, semi-business owners. I think they're going through the proper DOCL channels. What do you believe, or will you be going for that 2-for-1 offer to apply, become students of theirs for their dojo?
Mr. Sinclair is level 72. I'm a level 113. That's all I have to say on the matter.
Barry, you kind of snuck into the courtroom today. What was your view on how the court kind of decided the final? Like, do you believe that your coworker and friend is actually truly innocent?
Of course, I never doubted Payne. 1 second, nothing in my mind led to believe that he actually accepted a bribe, and justice was truly served here today.
What a day.
Yeah, it is nice that you're showing camaraderie in the courtroom.
jump up on
and
this
here
guy?
to support your friend. There was a ranking of state troopers given during the court today. I would like you to provide your top 5 of who is the best officers in your division.
Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Best of 1 through 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. Let's start at 5. Now we have 18, so it's hard for me to be able to put them in this list. So I will go ahead and make some 0.5s in here. So we're gonna have starting at 5. I would say, oh goodness gracious, Sam Castro being at the 5. 4.5, I would assign Junior Major. 4, I would assign. Oh goodness. 4 is Kingsley. 3.5 would be. I don't want to do this.
Are you sure it was
No, keep
part
going.
of the ruling?
Keep going.
going,
Keep,
boss.
Is on
going.
record.
Oh goodness.
going.
What was I at? 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Okay, 3.5. We'll go Joey. I think Joey's good. At a 3.5. And then 3 to 1, I would just say me.
I wanted on note that Adam Payne is not in the top 5.
I'm not in the top 5.
I said
no,
3 to
I'm
1. I
above
still have a
that,
0.5. I still have a 0.5 to go. And a 0.25. 0.75 and a 0.65. Preferably a 0.55. 0.25.
What's the rest of it then?
Whatever my roster says are those guys.
So I'm not even named?
You're already named. You'll go down in history.
As what number, Barry?
0.10.
What the fuck?
That's all right, I'll take it.
We would like to make one more statement for the media. We've been campaigning hard this year for an upcoming deputy commissioner spot. We're really working hard for Joey Solis to get that spot, and I think what he did today in court, just reaffirms his ability to be a trooper and who he is as a person. So we look forward to this campaign, and we hope we get the public support in it.
Seems like he's gonna have to go at an arm's length to get that, but I don't see it happening anytime soon.
All right, can you turn that camera off real quick?
Paddle boat.
All right, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Clayton.
Locked up.
Thanks, Clayton. Thanks, everyone.